And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Through. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners. Those guys can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually You've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction it starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look, and now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where a running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 8 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. These two teams, of course, met in the much-dissected NFC divisional round game a season ago, and they also met in the Monday night opener last year. And Adrian Peterson's return to Minnesota, gosh, that seems like a lifetime ago. It was actually Peterson's replacement, though, Dalvin Cook, who went for 127 yards in a 29-19 Viking victory. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Breeze now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Here's Breeze to throw. Looking downfield for Dez. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just as...
Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. To throw on 2nd down is Hill. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
You're good. Ready.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Everson Griffin. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I can't fucking kick this fucking field goal, dog. Just going fast as fucking fuck. God damn.
And that will make our score 9-0. They had it 1st and goal.
Like, I ain't even got like the fucking meter on my kick and shit. Like the fuck?
The closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little
made it, bitch. Shut up.
But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down, Cousins. Flush to his right. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A good pickup there, 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And now he'll let this one go deep. This is caught at the 20.
God damn, what my pass rush, dog?
Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 47 yards.
Come on, man. They got all day.
You never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone.
Dez out here going nuts.
Dez Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Saints.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. A big seam, and he might.
Oh my God, dude, this return is fucking kick on me, boy.
Let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far.
3 minutes. Who got the ball first?
Well, they got the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Ready? You ready? 5-5. What's up?
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. 1:57 to go in this first half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. 45 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Cousins now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it to the post.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Oh.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. To throw is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. A first down throw for Cousins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Cousins. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached... Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here.
Over. Got it.
Now Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 36
Ooh, pissing me the fuck off.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play.
Fuck him, bust him out. He gets fucked. He just keep getting niggas open, dog.
28. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Got this nigga Kirk Cousins out here running out the pocket like he's somebody, dog. This nigga's annoying as fuck.
Hard to stick with him for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Craig Robertson in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On play action, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. From the red zone now, Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get it.
Come on, Davenport. You should have been dove, dog.
A great play there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And this is back to a 5-point game. Bailey now to kick this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. To throw, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, and a bad throw.
Oh,
there.
I didn't get that one.
Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Fucking Trey Waynes.
Thomas, the intended target.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, Cousins. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
All right, here we go.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Throwing is Cousins. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
I'd be mad tail fucking slow ass out of here, dog. You slow as fucking dog
That's
shit.
really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple
Too
yards
slow.
here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now the Saints get set to trot out
Is that
there.
where I wanna play?
Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an
doing it for
interception.
me.
We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he powers his way up past the 30. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect.
My guy is open, doggy.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
0-2.
From the gun, it's Breeze.
Oh, that's a bad
Looking
throw.
again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
That wasn't good, and I ain't been able to stop this nigga at all on fucking offense, defense, dog. He's fucking doing whatever the fuck he want to do on defense.
They've got them frustrated right now.
Listen to me.
First down, here's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Handoff comes to Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. Trying to get it to LaFell, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. LaFell, the intended receiver.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left. That's caught inside the 20.
Dez.
And they'll wind up
Fucking
getting this
playing
all
with me,
the way
dog.
down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Bridgewater with a keeper. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
They come out here in the eye. On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Teddy Bridgewater. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 16 yards right off the bat to the first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Fucking play on me,
anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cousins again. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Wide.
To the air again, it's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, it's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
Come up, Lattimore. Come on.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Oh, and now he pulls him over. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It's a good tackle.
Immediately there.
Nigga.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Look at that shit.
It's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Ready. You ready? 51 to fight, boy. 51. Under. 30 seconds.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Breeze going to throw here. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On second down, Kamara. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Eluding the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New Orleans, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.